Hello, anybody, somebody, nobody, who will never see this. Siegfried Alexander Faust, the Whiff. Come back and choose some more Warhammer 40k. I have a bit of a headache, but I really want to get this video. I'm going to be making a video for Imperium non-Space Marines, Imperium Space Marines, Chaos, and all the Xenos factions, regards to the recent points update for my new changed armies, or armies I've changed over time, just to get it back out there so people can check the mod out. Again, all the lists are already updated on the Google Drive. A link will be below. And if you want to get these mods, they're available for free, of course, on the Steam Workshop. And if you like this content, it always warms my heart to see a like, share, and subscribe, or a comment down below, because it means I'm actually getting positive outreach from the community and people are liking what I'm putting out there. So if you can take the time to do any of that, it'd really make my day. Without further ado, let's get into it. So let's start with AdMech. So this is going to be the Skitarii cohort detachment. I kind of feel weird about this because part of me wants to do non-breacher manipulous spam. I would like to do more of the Rust Stalkers, a lot of stuff that's cool, but they're still in a bit of a weak spot. They're going to be getting a tweak, it looks like, pretty soon. Might come out around the same time or earlier, who freaking knows, regarding Tau. But yeah, they could definitely use a rules update because this army is just very basic. I have 2 Vanguard here just to make use of a stratagem. Some armies have stratagem that has 2 units. So there's that, but besides that, just get some infiltrators to try to prevent some factions from gaining control of the center of the objective or just keeping them out. Next, the Grey Knights. These guys are all facing sideways. Brother! Wrong way, brother! Alright, it's because I had to make room. I understand they nerfed the Librarian in regards to the point cost. I still think it's good. And it's very funny because until that points decrease, you could actually get the entire army by round 2 in Deep Strike. You could have nothing on the board. Alas, you can't do that anymore. Point problems. But yeah, I have 2 10-man bricks of 2 10-man bricks of Strike Squad, and then a regular 5-man Strike Squad with Librarians. They're just going to come down, cause some problems. They're just honestly there to keep the Librarian alive. But something that gets overlooked for the Grey Knights is that 2-up save. 2-up save on their armor value, pretty good. Their melee weapon, strength 6, AP 2, damage 2, very good. I am of the belief that regular Grey Knights are just a force to be reckoned with, compared to any other like battle line for the most part. I think they're maybe the best battle line in the game. Even their cost is not like ridiculous, and they get scout. Like, they're just so freaking good. And the 10 Purifiers, of course, with Castle and Crow, and the Venerable Dreadnought. People don't always do that, which is, in my opinion, wrong, because of how it is for 10th edition. Psychic is shooting phase now. Stupid nonsense for the Psychic weapons, and so Psychic melee. So the Dreadnought gives you reroll hits and wounds of 1. And so you can use that with all of those Purifying Flames and all those Storm Bolters. So Purifying Flame, anti-infantry, so it's just gonna crush infantry. You throw this at infantry, you can throw this split into 2 to 3 infantry squads, it'll wipe it. It's glorious. And then Caldor Drago, the Meme Lord himself, because he gets +3 to charge, so deep him for 9, turns into a 6. And with the spare points, I threw in a GM with Hammer, Smackaroony into maybe a vehicle or monster if possible, because that's what they struggle with. Imperial Guard. Even before the points increase, I was still running Manticores after they got points nerfed once. But with the second time, I just can't be doing it. And then even Bullgruns got nerfed. But the thing is, it's like, hot take, I wasn't running the Bullgruns. They were definitely good, though. Like, they should be competitive. But unless if your opponent doesn't have the tools to go against freaking T10, T11, T12 things, then Malcador and Furnace is going to be pretty good. Also, his profile is just pretty nice. And this is something that's a little controversial. You might notice here, there's no Pony Boy. Lord Pony, my little Lord Solar is not here. Instead, I have Lord Inquisitor Kayla Draxus. Because she has Don't Shoot Me outside of 18. You throw her on a Cadian squad, and the other 2 you throw a command squad, because they can then buff themselves if the Horseboys die. If they don't, then buff the Horseboys. Fix those bayonets, boys. Lads, get them. Go get them! Yeah, I mean, just having really powerful Overwatch is very nice as well, especially in 10th. using the extra CP. Vanquishers, yeah, they nerfed Demolisher as well. I didn't like Demolisher spam compared to Vanquisher spam anyway. In my opinion, Vanquisher was underrated for how good it was. It's like, I think it's between that, Vanquishers, the Hammerheads, and the the Gladiator Lancers for Space Marines for like the best anti-tank tank for the cost value. Knights. I do have Canis Rex. I didn't want to bring Canis Rex. He's still very good. I don't like that I have 3 big knights here, but the thing that's nice is that I can just target him for the stratagem to get 4 up in Vol, and the other 2 have it built in. I just really like the Knight Lancers, but damn, this army struggles more than the Chaos Knights. If the Chaos Knights go big knights, then they struggle more, but yeah, this is just, I feel like Knights need some love. I don't know. It's weird because they swing hard either way. It feels like you either get crushed by Knights or Knights just get bodied round 1. If they lose like 2 big dudes, it's over. If I lose both Knight Lancers before I can even get them into melee, it's over. But yeah, this is a pretty fun list. You can use the stratagem to buff both Moraxes on the side, and then both of these Lancers can each give 1 Warglaive advance and charge. So now you're going 12 plus round down medium of 3, 15 inches, and then charge 6 potentially out of 12. And again, that's on the lower end. So on the lower end, your threat range is 21 inches from their starting position on your turn. And that's on the lower end average. That is crazy for melee. Still fun army, but I do feel like they should get some more love. I'm not sure how that would be. Yes, you could. A more meta list would be taking out the Knight Lancers for putting 1 more big knight instead, just to buff the, I guess, more Moraxes. But how Bondsman is right now, Custodes. F in the chat. I'm a bit cringe. I love the lore of Warhammer. That's why I do this for free as part of the hobby. I love it. But I am very against what they did to the lore. More so, besides it not being done well, was if it's true regards to the rumor mill regarding Henry Cavill and Amazon for why they did that for upcoming Eisenhorn. If that's true, that will make me not play Warhammer for a bit, personally. Anywho, moving on. They're pretty bad right now. They're hot garbage for the most part. So the best thing I could do is just do 2 Venataris, bring them both in with, because of the ruling. Once per battle, you can target this with Rapid Ingress stratagem for 0 CP, and you can do so even if you already targeted a different unit with that stratagem this phase. 0 CP, 0 CP, bring them both in. Round 2, hopefully. And then, just fucking do your opponent dirty with those dudes with all their lance attacks. They're just going to be a menace. Until then, stall the Calidus Grav tanks, heavy blaze profile, because that's what they struggle against, heavies. And just some cheap prosecutors just to score objectives and hang out. And then Blade Champion. And this is with the new detachment of, I believe, Orc Champions or something. Just so he can get Veiled Blade back. Because they took it from us. Throw them in with a Warden, and hopefully they do cool things. Honestly, they're just so bad right now. It's really disappointing. But I feel like with focusing on the gameplay and not everything else, Venatari might be the best bet. They are very good. They're freaking expensive, though, at 400 points. So you can only get 2 squads of 6, and then that's almost half your list right there. So hopefully the round they come in, they'll definitely do work with some minor poke shooting damage. Combined, maybe take out 1 unit, and then each take out an individual unit. And if you can get them, if you roll and go second, that's way stronger for them. Because that means round 2, turn 1 is your opponent's turn. You get to bring them in, which means they get to get more value into the game versus if you went first. So it's pretty weird, but this is an army where you really want to go second. Not that you have control over that. And Sisters of Battle, Adeptus Sororitas. So I think it's still very fun to have the Repentia Superior in here. I don't believe my list here changed at all. Oh wait, no, I lost the Dialogus. No, yeah. You got a bit. Yeah. I got a bit smaller. Um, you have the immolators here. Yeah, I think this is the same as I had it before. I still really like this setup. I understand some people run the blessed sacrabolts or whatever. Blessed shots. Boy, I just don't think it's as good. I'd rather get meltas, multi meltas. I understand, yes, strength 9, I'm aware, versus T10, 11, 12, and even 13. Some stuff. It's kind of doo-doo. But, it's still multi-melta. It's still going to do, and the reduced range. Yeah. But, round 1, unless your opponent stayed still or moved back, you're probably going to get the Melta bonus. So you're doing D6 plus 2. So you're going to kill Terminators, like, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, probably, like, 7 go through, 6 or 7. So that's 3 to 4 dead Terminators. I'd actually, probably, like, 3 dead Terminators per squad. So 6 dead Terminators, not bad value. And you get to, I believe, +1 to wound or reroll. Reroll the wound roll, yeah. So even more value, and it helps if you definitely still have to trade up, because this army also has a hard issue trading up past the strength 9 / toughness 9 and 10 line. They have a hard time trading up there. For the points, just to overarch on this, for AdMech, yes, I'd want a lot of armies to get a point decrease. The Custodes just need a huge one, which is insane to me. I think that's not what they need. They need a stat line increase and a slight point decrease, but more so stat line, because they just don't feel strong. Now they just feel mediocre. They feel like slightly not mediocre, but expensive as hell. AdMech and a lot of the armies, I just want a lot more units, because I would want to run a bunch more things. The other detachments don't really wow me. Grey Knights struggle to go up, but I still feel like this is a better way to run them. You could look into not running the Librarians. They have some other cool units, but I don't even think the current Nemesis Dread Knights are even good. The GM takes the cake enough, because you can give him an enhancement at least. Give him Demonica, extra damage. Imperial Guard, kind of unfortunate. I think it'd be cooler to make hashtag make aircrafts great again. Because you're not my aircraft, because aircrafts are in such a bad spot. Fortifications, aircrafts, and indirect fire. Indirect fire is dirty because like you can't see me, but I can see you. Aircraft doesn't have that issue, and they already have other problems with them. Flamethrowers a 9th against aircraft is an issue, but yeah, the indirect fire should be nerfed, but not if you're also keeping fortifications in the ground and aircraft's nerfed. The only fortification that got good was like Space Marine like Missile Monger, but then they re-nerfed that. 9th edition, you could argue at one point to run the Sisters one. I did that, and that was cool and good. But now the fortifications are a joke. Like, they have a lot of options, but it's deceptive because a lot of stuff is bad. Knights, again, what you could do, unlike Chaos, you have a bit more options here for stuff you could do in regards to, you could sub out one Knight Lancer, get one other strong Knight that's like shooting or some nonsense, and then have a bunch of 50-point costs like Henchmen or something for OC1 value. Just hold an objective, and you can fill out more small Knights, Armigers, to basically hold the line by rushing your opponent to keep them distracted. There's an argument to be made there, but I guarantee this is more fun. Not necessarily more successful, but this is more fun. Custodes, they've always been some women there. Don't question it. Why? Who knows? No one paid attention. It just always was that. We never mentioned it because, of course. Definitely not because Amazon is getting involved and GW is trying to cut a deal with them. They would never do that. I don't think anything besides witty sarcasm to say. Like, the Codex fucking sucks. And I love Custodes. They were one of my top 3 armies for a while. Probably for over a year. And I've been playing the game for about 2 years. 2.5 years or something. So, it's quite unfortunate. I feel like the Custodes grav tanks and at least one squad of Venatari are required. Maybe not two, but you definitely need the heavy blaze cannon, because if you don't run anything that trades up, it's so weird that suddenly they just can't deal with knights. And the Venatari also have lance. They can deal with knights. So nothing in your army will be fours outside of these and these. It's your only options. And sisters, yeah, I mean, people running Triumph of St. Catherine, I thought it was overrated. It's good, but I didn't think it brought enough to the table compared to what you could do with some other combinations. The one bad combination I do here, that I will admit, is I do the cheese of Junith, Big Booty Judy with Hospitaller and Sacrosaints. Just, my hope will never die. Just to make some weirdly, oddly tanky sisters. Is it good? Potentially. It's great if you roll great. Skill-based rolling. Without further ado, that's the end of this video. Come back and check in for the rest of the content. I'm going to be having the Imperium, Space Marines, followed by Chaos and Xenos. Take care, and if you got the time, like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Thanks, y'all. Game on, gamers.